Hello everyone. Today we will take an example and understand the working of load and go assembler. Now you can see here in this program, this is the part of the program. In this program, all the data items are written before starting the simple instruction of the program. You can see here the simple instruction start from first STL RETADR. Before that all the data items are written EOF 3 0 RETADR length buffer and like that. Now when we want to apply the one pass assembler or load and go assembler, always we try to write all the data items before the simple instruction if it is possible. Now you can see this is the program and this is the symbol table. We have to enter these values. These are already written, but we have to enter one by one in the symbol table when I am reading this program line by line, or you can say statement by statement. And this is the memory where we have to load the program. These are the memory addresses and these are the content of the memory. Just read this first statement is what? EOF byte CEOF. There is a label in the label field EOF. We have to enter this level in the symbol table, and what is the value corresponding this level? 1000. Here it is inserted here 1000. Now what is the object code corresponding this statement? 454F46. We will just find out this object code at this time only, at this moment only when I am reading this statement. What will be the object code? Just write the SKY value of EOF in hexadecimal, that will be 454F46. So at 1000 address, you can see here 1000 address 454F46 is loaded. This is at 1000 address, this one is at 1001 address, this one is at 1002 address. Now the next instruction is at 1003 address 3 word 3. First we have to check in the level field, there is level 3. We have to insert this level 3 in the symbol table 3, and what is the value corresponding 3? 1003. It is inserted here. Now what will be the object code? 3 word 3. Sorry, this is 3 here, not 3. 3 word 3. What will be the object code? 000003 corresponding this one. We have to load this object code in the memory 000003. It is at address 1003. This one at address 1004. This one is at address 1005. Next instruction is at 1006 0 word 0. What will be the object code? 000000. There is a level 0. We have to insert this level 0 in the symbol table at address 1. You can say this is the value corresponding 0 is 1006. You can see here. So 000000, it is loaded here 000000. At address, it is at address 1006. 1007, 1008. Now the next instruction is RETADR reserved 1. That means I am just reserving the memory here. There is no object code corresponding this. So the memory is reserved only. 3 byte of memory is reserved because I am reserving one word. That means 3 byte. It will be 1009, then 100A and 100B. Here XX is written. XX means I am not changing the value which is written in the memory. I am just reserving the memory without changing the value which is previously written in the memory. At 100C length reserved 1. RETADR is entered here. Length corresponding value is 1006. It is entered here. We have to reserve here one word memory, and what will be the address? 100C, 100D, 100E. At 100F buffer, we have to insert buffer in the symbol table, this one. What is the value corresponding buffer? 100F, it is inserted here. And we have to reserve 4096 of byte. So 4096 of byte are reserved. Here also it is written X, 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 and X, X in all columns here. This one, and this one, and so on until 200E address. Until 200E address, because at 200F there is an instruction. So you can see here, this is 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, 2000A, 2000B, 2000C, 2000D, 2000E. Or you can say this is 2000E address. Now at 2000F address there is a label first. We have to insert this label into the symbol table first. And what is the value corresponding first? 200F. It is written here 200F. And then STL RETADR. First we have to check that this RETADR is present in the symbol table or not. You can see this RETADR is present in the symbol table. And there is a value corresponding RETADR also, that is 1009. So we can assemble this instruction, or we can perform here the address translation. What is the opcode corresponding STL? 14. Here 14 is written, and then the address of RETADR 1009, because this program is written in SIC. Because this program is written in SIC, and in SIC what is the instruction format? Just write opcode by 8 bit, then X by 1 bit, then address by 15 bit, and this is the object code. Now generally in the generally in the exam, this program is written with the object code for just generating the confusion. You will learn you will see what is the confusion. What is the value corresponding RETADR? 1009. So it is written here 1009 because RETADR is defined earlier here. So there is no forward referencing. So this object code will be loaded 141009. Here it is loaded. You can see 141009. Now the next instruction is at 2012 address cloop JSUP. There is a label cloop. We have to enter this label in the symbol table cloop, and then the value corresponding cloop is 2012 JSUP RDREC. We know that what is the opcode corresponding JSUP? 48. We can find it by the using the optab. But what is the value corresponding RDREC? We have to check in the symbol table this symbol is present or not. We know that we had maintained the symbol table at this point only. So RDREC is not present in the symbol table, and I require the RDREC, and it is not defined earlier, it means. So there is a forward referencing. In forward referencing we have to enter the RDREC here in the symbol table, and just write that this symbol is undefined by using the asterisk. Asterisk shows that this symbol is undefined at this point. Now we have to maintain a list also. What we have to write in the list? At which address I require the RDREC here. You can see 48 is the object code corresponding JSUP, and this instruction is started from 2012 address. So this address is 2012, and I require RDREC as 2013 address. So in the list 2013 will be saved. This 2013 will be saved. Now the next instruction is LDA length. Now what we will load in the memory? Now we will just load 48 and just left blank 2 byte of memory, where when we will get that value corresponding RDREC, that value will be inserted. And you can see here I just loaded 48 and just left blank 2 byte of memory. Now the next instruction is LDA length. Just check that length is present in the symbol table. Yes. What is the value? 100C. But That means there is no forward referencing. Just load it this value 00100C directly into the memory. It is loaded here 00100C. Now the next instruction is COMP0. Just check that 0 is present in the symbol table. Yes. What is the value corresponding 0? 1006. So the object code 281006 can be loaded because there is no forward referencing. It is loaded here 281006. Now the next instruction is JEQ end fill. Just check that end fill is present in the symbol table. No. We have to enter the end fill. Yes, we have to enter the end fill. Here it is inserted, and this is undefined because I don't know the value of end fill. And we have to maintain the list where the end fill is required. This instruction is written at address 201B. So this address will be 201B, and the next address will be 201C. So I require the value of end fill at 201C address. So here it is written 201C. And just load only 30 because I don't know the value of end fill at this point. So just load 30 and just left blank 2 byte of memory. The next instruction is JSUB WRREC. I know the opcode corresponding JSUB, that is 48. Just check WRREC in the symbol table. It is not present. Just insert WRREC here and just mention it. It is undefined, and maintain the list where the value of WRREC is required. You can see 201E. At 201E, what is the value? 48. So at 201F, I require the value of WRREC. So here it is written 201F, and just load 48 and left blank 2 byte of memory corresponding the value of WRREC. So 48 is loaded and 2 byte of memory is left blank. Then the instruction is JCLoop. Just check that CLoop is present in the symbol table. Yes, CLoop is present. And what is the value? 2012. So I can assemble this instruction at this time. See, this is what 3C2012. Just load it here. 3C2012. If I ask that at this point, at this address, just load this program by using the load and go assembler in the memory. This program will be loaded like this. This will be loaded in the memory, and this is the symbol table until this address. Now we will consider the next part of this program. This is the next part of the program which I have considered. The instruction at address 2024 is end fill LDA EOF. There is a label end fill, so we have to insert this label in the symbol table. And you can see end fill is already inserted, but it was undefined earlier. Now it has been defined here. What is the value corresponding end fill? That is 2024. So this will be defined here, and the value corresponding end fill will be 2024. Now this end fill is required at address 201C. So just go into the memory at address 201C. You can see here this is 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. This is address 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 201A, 1B, and this is 201C. So at address 201C, just insert 2024 because it was blank earlier. Just insert here 2024. I have written in the red color here 2024 because this value is inserted at this time only, and earlier it was blank. Now, and this link will be removed 201C. Now it is, or you can say now end fill has been defined. Now the instruction is LDA EOF. Just check EOF is present in the symbol table. Yes. What is the value corresponding EOF? 1000. So I can assemble this instruction opcode corresponding LDA 00001000. So it will be loaded directly at address 2024. It's going to go at address 2024. You can see here at address 2024 001000 is loaded. Now the next instruction is STA buffer. Just check that buffer is present in the symbol table. Buffer, yes, it is present. So we can assemble this instruction. So what will be the object code? 0C100F. It is loaded here, 0C100F. Now the next instruction is LDA 3. Let's check that 3 is present in the symbol table. Yes. So we can assemble this instruction. What will be the object code? 001003. It is loaded here, 001003. Next instruction is STA length. And you can see length is defined here. So we can assemble this instruction, 0C100C. It is loaded here, 0C100C. Now the next instruction is J sub WR. J sub WR. We have to check that WR is defined or not. WR is not defined. So in the list we have to enter the next address at which the WR is required. You can see here this instruction is written as 2030. So the address corresponding 48 is 2030. Corresponding 20 is 2031. So I require at address 2031 the value of WR rec. So this list is maintained and 2031 is entered here. And we can load only 48. So it is loaded here. Only 48 is loaded and 2 bytes are left blank. Now the next instruction is LDL RETADR. Just check that RETADR is defined. So we can assemble this instruction. Just load the object code 081009 081009. Next instruction is R sub. There is no operand. So this will be loaded 4C 0000. The next instruction is input byte XF1. There is a label input. We have to enter this label in the symbol table. It is entered here input, and what is the value corresponding input? 2039. What will be the object code? XF1. The object code will be F1 only. So F1 is loaded here. This one. Max len word 4096. That means we have to write 4096 in one word only. And we know that hexadecimal value corresponding 4096 is 1000. So 1000 is written here in one word only. And there is a label max len. We have to insert this label in the symbol table. Max len. What is the value corresponding max len? 203A. You can see here 203A. Now we have to load this object code 001000. It is loaded here 001000. Now the next instruction is RDREC LDX0. Now you can see RDREC is defined here. So here this is defined, and what is the value of RDREC? 203D. And where it is required? At address 2013. So we have to go at address 2013 and just insert the value of RDREC here. What is the value of RDREC? 203D. It is inserted here. It will be inserted here. 203D. It will be inserted here. Now, the instruction is LDX0. 0 is defined already in the symbol table. So we can assemble this instruction. What is the object code? 041006. It is loaded here. 041006. Now the next instruction is LDA0. 0 is already defined. So this will be loaded 001006. So it is loaded here 001006. Now the next instruction is R loop TD input. There is a label. We have to insert this label in the symbol table. R loop. And what is the value corresponding R loop? 2043. And the instruction is TD input. Just check that input is defined earlier or not from the symbol table. Where is input? This one is defined earlier. So we can assemble this instruction. What will be the object code? E02039. It is loaded here. E02039. Then the instruction is JEQ R loop. R loop is defined earlier. Just check that from the symbol table. Yes. What is the value? 2043. So we can assemble this instruction. 302043. Just load this 302043. Then the next instruction is RD input. Just check that input is defined earlier in the symbol table. Yes, it is defined. So we can assemble this instruction. Just load D82039. The next instruction is COMP 0. 0 is defined already. So we can assemble this. What is the value? 281006. Just load it here. 281006. Then the next instruction is JEQ exit. Exit is defined earlier. No. So we have to insert exit and mention it as undefined and maintain the list. Where it is required, you can see here. It is start from 204F. So this one is 204F. And the next address will be 2050. So exit is required at 2050 address. So in the list 2050 will be entered. And we can load only 30 and just left blank 2 byte of memory corresponding exit. 30 is loaded here and 2 byte is left blank here. Now the next instruction is STCH buffer comma X. Buffer is defined already. You can assemble this instruction. So what will be the object code? 54900F. It is loaded here 54900F. So you can see until this address, or you can say until this instruction, this will be the content of the memory when we apply the load and go assembler, and this will be the content of the symbol table. In this way we can load the whole program. If I just load the whole program and when we get the end statement, if there is any symbol that is undefined, or you can say that is left undefined in the symbol table, just generate the error, symbol is undefined. Otherwise the whole program will be loaded and all symbol will be defined in the symbol table. And when we will get the end statement in the program, you know that at the end statement there is some label corresponding end statement like this. When you see in the book corresponding this program, there is a statement end first. It means what? We have to just check that what is the value corresponding first. You can check it from the symbol table. What is the value corresponding first? 200F. Start the execution from the address 200F. That is the task of load and go assembler. Thank you so much.